Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys a very like vlog style makeup tutorial of how I like to do my makeup whilst I'm away on holiday. Now usually when someone's on holiday they don't really wear that much makeup, but your girl's like the total opposite. I like to wear a lot of makeup on holiday because I take a lot of Instagram photos and I find that the more makeup I put on, it looks really good on camera because I shoot with a hefty camera. I shoot with the Canon 5D Mark IV, so that picks up like a lot of texture on my skin and all of that, so I need to make sure that my makeup is on point for that camera. I'm not saying that you have to like, you know, wear a lot of makeup on holiday, but sometimes, you know, when you go to a hot country and you put on your makeup, you do full glam and you're going out in the nighttime, your makeup kind of melts off, especially whilst you're on holiday because the weather's different. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys my full coverage, flawless makeup tutorial, how to make it last long whilst on holiday. So the first thing I put on is, so the first thing I put on is these Hydrogels. These are from Skin Iceland. Very underrated brand. I really like their skincare products. So these are like very nice cooling eye pads and you only need to leave them on for 10 minutes. So I put them on before filming just to like save time. And what I like about them is that they're mess free. So there's no like liquidy serums in there. It's just a really cool, nice gel pads. It's just to help depuff underneath my eyes, ready for that bait. So I already moisturized, already put SPF on. I'm gonna do a updated skincare video. That way you guys are aware of what my skin is like. Now that I'm getting older, I definitely have changed my skincare routine. There's a lot more hydration, a lot more serums, a lot more SPF. So I will keep you guys updated on my skincare routine. It should be up before August. This is what I'm dealing with, guys. It's a mess, just like me. So I'm in Marrakesh. The weather's really beautiful. It's about 30 degrees. It's gonna get hotter. For my makeup to last long, you need to make sure that your skin is super hydrated. So like I said, I'm already moisturized. Where is everything? So for primer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I love this primer, and the reason why I love it is because like, it doesn't mess up with the formulation of the foundation. What I love about the Hydro Grip is that it's more for the skin rather than for the makeup. I know it sounds weird. So this just helps hydrate the skin. It kind of like gets rid of, oh, do you see my sunscreen, guys? Like mixing with my sunscreen. It's fine though. It will still be okay. What was I gonna say? This primer, it sinks into the skin. Just give it like a little boost, a little hydration, and then it leaves like a tacky feeling. So when you put the foundation and concealer, anything creamy on top, it kind of like grips onto it, and it just lasts longer throughout the day as well. And I've used this primer for, I'd say about a month and a bit now, and it's definitely like become quickly one of my favorite primers of all time. So a new foundation that I have discovered recently, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I reviewed this foundation, and that is the Givenchy Everwear foundation. And this foundation is so bomb, especially on mature skin as well. So my cousin, she's gonna kill me when I say this, she's not old, she's like 30, but when you hit that age, you know, your skin does change a lot compared to when you was 20. It's not as hydrated, there's not that much elasticity, and she's seriously gonna kill me when she watches this video. When you apply this foundation, when you start blending it out, it gives this beautiful luminosity to the skin. It's so gorgeous. And when I first tried this on Instagram stories, if you follow me and you watch my stories, then you know how flawless my skin looks. And then when I apply this on my cousin, she has freckles, she, you know, has a few lines, nothing major, sorry Lucy. When I applied this on her skin, it didn't set in her lines, it didn't set in my lines, because I got lines too. It just sits very like natural looking on the skin, and it does stay on the skin all day. I was wearing this foundation, my cousin was wearing this foundation, and I was examining her skin for the whole entire night the other day when I did her makeup, and it just lasted all day. Literally, it really did. And we didn't even use that much powder as well, and it still lasted on the skin. I don't know what Givenchy did to this foundation, but it worked wonders. So I'm going to use a flat brush to apply this on, and then I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to blend it all out. So this is just 2 pumps, and then I'm going to go in with another pump. So I'm going to be wearing basically 3 pumps of foundation all over my face. I know to some people that's a lot, but to me that's like normal. And if you're wondering what shade I am in the shade Y315. It corrects my skin, it makes my skin look very glowy and awake as well, which I absolutely love. Also, because of the help of the primer, it's making the foundation look much better as well. Oh my god, my skin looks so good. There is a slight oxidization. Did I even say that right? I don't even know. Foundation does slightly oxidize, but not majorly bad. Like, it doesn't go like stupidly orange on my skin. It just kind of like sets, and then it kind of like changes color, but it melts into my skin color. And then when you apply another layer on top, it doesn't go weird or cakey, because sometimes when you layer on foundation, it goes like really weird and cakey, and it just like, you know, stresses you out. This foundation, it doesn't. So there's a lot of playtime with this foundation, which I really like. So now that is on, we're gonna go in with the Givenchy concealer, which is also bomb AF. Reason why I love the Givenchy concealer is because it's super creamy and it's really pigmented, and I love the Dope Fit applicator as well. It's like a triangle, like a big chunky thick triangle. It's super creamy, this concealer, and what I love about it is that it doesn't set into my pores or my lines. And I use the shade 22. I sometimes use the shade 20 if I really want to highlight, but because this is a holiday flawless type of makeup look, I really don't want to like highlight too much, because I feel like with holiday makeup looks, I think of more bronzing and more glow rather than changing the structure of your face with contouring and highlighting. Ooh, hello new skin, how are you? I don't know if you guys can tell, because I'm using the G7X to film my makeup tutorial. Sometimes I like to use like a more of a high definition camera so you guys can see the texture of my skin and like the makeup as well, because I feel like it's really important. The G7X is not as high quality, but I really hope you guys can see like how skin like the foundation and concealer looks on me. Now that the foundation and concealer is on my skin, what's so great about these products is that it sets by itself. So you can use powder if you want to, but I'm only going to use a little bit. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier. Look how small this is. It's so cute. I'm going to use an angle brush, and I'm just going to pick it up just a little bit, and then I'm going to put the excess on my hands because I don't want to waste the powder because it's very expensive. I'm going to lightly put the powder lightly underneath my eyes, and then on my eyelids, on my forehead as well. And then again, picking up the powder from my hand and just gonna like slowly layer. And then this is what's gonna help keep the foundation and concealer in place. It shouldn't budge because I feel like the Givenchy foundation lasts up to 16 hours. The concealer lasts up to, I think, 16 hours as well. And with the help of the powder, if you have oily skin, it's very important to use some sort of powder to set the makeup in place. I put more powder on my nose because that's where I get super oily, and on the center of my face as well. I also put powder on my eyebrows because my eyebrows get really oily as well. I'm spending a lot of time pushing the powder into my skin. That way everything stays in place and nothing goes anywhere throughout the whole entire day. I find that whenever I do my makeup, especially when I use these products specifically, I notice that my skin and my makeup just looks so much better later on in the day because of the weather, the heat, you know, because my skin's like quite naturally oily. It kind of like melts into place and it melts into my skin a bit more as well. Okay, so now that my base makeup is in place and it's setted, it should not budge. So I know my foundation routine is not life-changing and there's nothing new or anything, but this is honestly the best way to make my base makeup last all day, is pushing the powder into my skin, using a tacky primer and using a foundation and concealer that's compatible to my skin. So I hope this tutorial is in some way helpful to you guys. I'm gonna bronze my skin using the Fenty Beauty Island Ting, really it should be saying Island Ling. I'm gonna use a really big angled fluffy brush just to like blend everything out. And this is like a very quick, easy way to like contour and bronze up my face. Also, because this is powder, I also feel like this helps set my base makeup in place as well, because it's just like mattifying and like setting everything in place. I love a bronze forehead. And because it's like a because it's like a holiday type of makeup tutorial, what I like to do is get a bit of bronzer, tap it off, and kind of just like put it over my nose here. Love a little bronzy nose, not contoured nose, bronzy nose. I do it on the tip, by the way, like just below the tip and just on the tip. And then using my favorite blusher, this is from Too Faced. This is the Apricot in the Act. I love this blusher shade so much. If you're similar skin tone to me, this looks so good. I'm gonna use a NARS Kabuki. Is this a Kabuki brush? No. I don't know my makeup. This is a NARS Japanese type of style brush, and I'm literally just gonna pat it on like this. Some people do this, but for this brush, I like to pat it on like this, and it kind of just blends really nicely into the skin. Again, because this is powder, it's like setting everything in place. You know, I feel like the more powder you use, but in less quantities, the makeup and everything will just like last longer. So this is like a nice alternative compared to baking. Sometimes when you bake, you pick up a lot of powder and you just put it on your face like this. As for my method, it's all about layering on the powder and then setting it with a nice mist. I seriously hope I'm making sense in this tutorial, because sometimes when I film myself, I'm like, am I making sense? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave my face to rest and kind of just let the makeup melt into my skin a little bit more, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the Laura Mercier Perfecting Water Moisturizing Mist. This is really good. I don't think anyone talks about this product. It's not just watery, okay? It's kind of like a thick type of watery texture. It's really nice. Once I spray this on, I spray it on like far away, because the one thing I don't like about this is the actual pump. It just shoots at you. So what you gotta do is that you kind of gotta like spray it far away and then just like get your face to like capture it. And this will just help quicken the process of making the base makeup set into the skin. And then lightly, don't hit your face with a beauty blender, lightly just push in the setting spray into the makeup. And then you should get like a natural nice glow in the skin. Okay, so time for eyebrows. Usually I use the Precisely My Brow, but girl, I literally ran out. There's like nothing. You hear that? Nothing. I finished. Whenever you go on holiday, guys, make sure you bring spares of everything. Spare brushes, spare tweezers, spare everything. Spare bronzers. Not joking. I always bring spare bronzer. Spare setting spray. Not joking. Because my Precisely My Brow is literally dead, I'm gonna use the Curb Brow instead, which is like my second favorite product from Benefit. I'm gonna follow the natural line of my eyebrows at the bottom. It looks crazy, but it'll look good. Now the secret to nice looking brows is blending. And then I'm gonna use the 24-hour brow setter just so everything is in place, because if your base makeup is gonna be in place, your brows gonna be in place as well. Kinda wanna go for holiday brows, and I feel like holiday brows, they're not perfect. They're kind of like, not uneven, but like a little sparse, but filled in. I'm gonna use the Benefit Hoola Caramel Bronzer as an eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna blow that out. And that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do a monochromatic look, because I feel like this tutorial is all about the base rather than the eye. So I kind of want to keep the eye simple, because I just spoke to you guys a lot about the base makeup. I'm gonna use the Morphe M441 brush. Oh my god, no. Who else gets itchy under the nose when they're doing their makeup? It's so annoying. Okay, so with the bronzer, I'm just gonna put it on my crease. I'm gonna start with the end, and then I'm just gonna blend it inwards, and then I'm just gonna like drag it into the inner corner of my eyes, and then slowly connect it to my nose. I don't know if you guys can tell. I hope you can. It kind of just like deepens my eye socket a little bit. Then I'm gonna use the Spectrum B06 brush. I love this brush because it's like really like small but fluffy at the same time. There's nothing on this brush. I'm just gonna use it to blend out the edges, so just so it looks a little bit more blended. There is a really cool brush that I really want to show you guys, and it's from a brand called Makeup Addiction. It's called Precisely Shader. no, Precision Shader. And it's just a really tiny little brush. This is amazing if you got small eyes or if you're someone who wants to do like detailed eyeshadow looks. It is like so soft and it's perfect for like blending under my lash line. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put most of the bronzer on the end of my eyes and just leave like the front half lighter so my eyes just look a little bit bigger. Ta-da! And that's all I'm gonna do for the eyes. I'm just gonna throw on some eyelashes. The eyelashes that I'm totally obsessed with right now is from a brand called Hayley Cosmetics. This is from my friend actually. Her name is Hayley Boy. If you don't know who she is, please give her a follow. She is so beautiful. She does a lot of Asian inspired makeup tutorials and Asian looks as well, and I just find her so inspiring, and I'm so glad that she has an eyelash brand because she's Asian. I feel like she knows what type of eyelashes to do for Asian eyes, because a lot of brands lashes don't really, you know, suit my eye shape and the texture as well. I feel like the materials of some eyelashes doesn't really, you know, my eyes don't find them comfortable. But Hayley, she managed to create an eyelash brand where the eyelashes are super comfortable for small Asian eyes like us girls. I cannot wait to put these on my eyes so I can show you the difference. These are called Cleopatra. Is it Cleopatra? No, it's called Catwoman. She has got another pair of eyelashes called Cleopatra, which are very beautiful. But Catwoman, oh my god. If you like big lashes, you gotta try these. Who is she? I'm gonna use Paddy McGrath eyeliner just to like fill in the waterline. Oh, this is so weird. Recently, I've been loving a very natural glow highlighter, especially for the holiday, because like, you know, when you're on holiday, going to a hot country, your skin naturally glows anyway. If you want to, you can wear like a blinding highlighter like the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby, but I'm actually gonna go in with the other one, which is called Mean Money. I'm gonna like apply some on the highest points of my cheeks, and it just looks so natural. It's not blinding, it's not in your face, it's not like a, oh my god, I can see that highlight from miles away. It's a very natural highlighter, and I feel like natural highlighters, they're very underrated and not a lot of people really wear them, so I'm gonna wear it in this tutorial. And also because I've got a lot of like acne scars on the center of my face, sometimes when I wear like a blinding highlighter, it looks worse. So when I wear subtle highlighter, you can't tell unless you like look really close to my face. I'm gonna overline my lips with Subculture from MAC. I'm going to use a gloss to complete this look, and I'm going to use the shade Brooke from Buxum. Look how cute this is. It's a mini. So adorable. And I'm literally going to slather my lips in this because I love juicy lips. And then, one last time, I'm going to spray it down. Oh my god. That is the end of my look. So this is my makeup look. I'm just going to walk outside so I can show you guys how it looks in like natural sunlight. This is how it looks. Staying at a really beautiful hotel called the Beldy Country Club. If you guys love the countryside and you love cats, make sure you come check it out. Not sponsored, by the way. I actually paid to stay here, but look at this little kitty. Hello. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're saying hi to everyone that's watching. So I thought I'd put this little snippet in the video so you guys can see what my skin looks like. It's a little bit oily. I've had this makeup on for almost 8 hours now. Got it on at 11. It is now 8 p.m. Still sunlight out there. Okay, Marrakesh, I see you. Yeah, so this is what my skin looks like. So it's a little bit oily, but you see what I mean by how like when I put the highlighter on and my skin's getting oily, it doesn't look too bad. If I had like lots of highlights from like the blinding one, you know, later on in the day my skin got oily, it will look a bit too like. So I'm gonna use a damp beauty blender, more dry than damp. I'm just gonna like lightly go over areas where I'm a bit oily, get rid of the oiliness and the shine, but I'm not moving or blending my makeup. And you see how like my makeup is not cracking or caking up, especially in the center of my face, because that's where I get most of the trouble. Yeah, it's all good. Hope you guys love this makeup tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. And don't forget to check out my other videos. And you know you want to check out more of my videos. I will see you in the next video, guys. Mwah.